Okay, அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். என் பேர் s.meyyappa from Malaysia, Shalom. So, welcome to Picking with Panic series 40. Alright, yes, we have reached 40th series. So, இது வந்து ஒரு 5 வருஷம் முன்னாடி ஆரம்பிச்சது during the lockdown and நான் வந்து முதல்ல அந்த பப்ளிக் ஸ்பீக்கிங் ஸ்கில்ஸ் சாஃப்ட் ஸ்கில்ஸ் அது மூலியமா ஆரம்பிச்சேன் தென் தேர் வர் சஜஷன்ஸ் டு பிரிங் இன் மோர் ஸ்பீக்கர்ஸ் பீப்புள் ஃப்ரம் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் ஜானர் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் எக்ஸ்பர்டீஸ் அண்ட் ஸ்டாஃப் ஸோ அதனால தான் ஐ ஸ்டார்ட் ரீச்சிங் அவுட் to different people, not only in Malaysia, of course, Singapore, Australia, even US, okay, and of course from India. So, அது மூலியமா நிறைய புதுமுகங்கள் and a lot of new speakers, new talents were introduced. You know, not only youngsters, right from senior people and stuff. So, that's one. And as I said, this is purely for Nagartar. You know, it's from Nagartar by Nagartar, right, and to Nagartar itself. So ஒரு 2 வருஷம் பிரேக் இருந்துச்சு நடுவில். தென் ஐ தாட் ஓகே நிறைய பேர் சொன்னாங்க நீங்க ஏன் திருப்பி ஆரம்பிக்க கூடாது, ஜஸ்ட் கண்டினியூ பிரிங்கிங் நியூ ஸ்பீக்கர்ஸ் அண்ட் ஸ்டஃப் அண்ட் நியூ ஐடியாஸ் அண்ட் ஆல் தட். ஸோ தட்ஸ் ஐ ஸ்டார்டட் அகெயின் திஸ் இயர் ஃப்ரம் ஜனவரி. அண்ட் ஆஃப்கோர்ஸ் லாஸ்ட் மந்த் வந்து எனக்கு வந்து I had a speech contest on the national level. So that's why I took a break and I also had to organize a conference. So that's why the month of May was a bit tied up. But nevertheless, from June onwards, I thought, okay, let's continue again. Right. So that's where we are here today. And just last year, now because not only in this session, மற்ற fraternity-லயும் என்னை வந்து பேச கூப்பிடுவாங்க. So when they invited me, like ACCA, they asked me to moderate a session, and the speaker was actually CFO of Maybank. Okay, so Tan Sri Kalija Ismail. So this happened last year, August. So Nana, the moderator, I was the so-called the interviewer of that VIP or the person. தென் அப்புறம் யோசிச்சேன், சரி அந்த செஷன் முடிச்சோன்னே இதே நம்ம நகர்த்தார்லயே ஒரு ஆள் பண்ணக்கூடாது. ஸோ தட்ஸ் வை ஐ ஸ்டார்டட் சர்ச்சிங் அவுட். And of course, from the list I had from the previous speaker, and of course the speaker today, then I realized he's also a CFO, okay, of a public listed company or a subsidiary of a public listed company, okay, a well-known company in Malaysia. So let's that speaker come and tell his experience, his background, and his so-called the journey towards CFO itself. All right. So rather than going outside, நம்ம நம்ம கம்யூனிட்டிலே ஒரு CFO இருக்காங்க. So let him to share some stuff. All right. So of course, today the title itself, Journey Towards a CFO. And the speaker today, Ramanathan Thiagarajan, of course from Malaysia, and he's a chartered accountant. And with over a decade of experience across diverse industries, right from accounting firm, oil and gas, banking, and now, of course, in e-commerce. All right, so that is one. And before we move on to the speaker has been in our show or our session or a few years ago. Okay, I think Picnic Panic Series 8, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, he was talking on student leadership, and I thought, okay, let me bring him again, talk about a different topic. All right. So before I invite the speaker, just to let you all know that this session is being recorded. So இதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து நான் யூடியூப்ல அப்லோட் பண்ணிடுவேன். And if you have any questions to the speaker after our segment, you can always ask the question, unmute yourself, or you can put it on the chat box, Kila. Then we will bring it up towards the speaker. All right. So without much ado, let us put our hands together to welcome Ramanathan Thiagarajan. Thank you very much, Ramanathan, for accepting our invite. All right. So let me just start with the first question. Why accounting, not other fields?
Thanks, Meyya, for
Yeah.
giving this opportunity for me to share. I think been this before in this series in a different position, and now I think came out in a different context, right? So be happy to be part of this. See, accounting, my passion towards accounting is very clear when I was in Form 3 in school itself, right? When you start learning about accounting and all that, it's part of your subject. So I decided to choose, I want to be in accounts in Form 4 itself. So I'm very clear that towards numbers, maths, so that's my interest. So that's why I choose accounts in Form 4, Form 5, and I can feel that along all the subjects, accounting is something that I don't need to put much effort as compared to studying other subjects. So I feel that my passion is there, and it's more to be by blood. Maybe we are very close to accounts, right? So
True.
and my interest was towards that. So I decided to do my accounting degree. Then from there, when I go to degree, is accounting is not only about debit credit, right? It's about more than that. So accounting about tax, business planning, you learn about business strategy. So from there, then okay, I very clear this is what I chosen. So as a common one, immediately I pursue it in chartered accountancy in a ICW UK paper. This is why I choose accounting basically.
Okay, that's good. So it's an interesting answer. அத நம்ம bloodly அந்த accounting அந்த கணக்குல இருக்குது அந்த இது இருக்கு, and of course the passion, like what you say. So ஆரம்பத்திலே once you are focused, you have the passion, yes, then definitely you will succeed on that. So
Along
that
the line, people advise engineers போலான்னு நானும் try பண்ணேன்.
okay.
I mean, we obviously for study, you can purposely study and score, right? But
Mhm.
and feel that I think this is what I wanted to do. So I just continue what I wanted to do, and my parents will never force me. So I just pursue
Uh-huh.
it.
Okay. That's good. All right. So the parents allowed you to do what you liked. That's good. Okay. So being a CFO, maybe you can just walk us through how your day-to-day life like in corporate job.
Okay. CFO, I mean, the journey in CFO is totally like you are not much operational. That's very, I mean, if I say as a CFO, people perceive that you do sit and do accounts, review accounts, you do debit credit, you don't do that, right? Basically, you're decision makers, right? Day to day basis, my job to be a CFO is obviously you're the second person in the company, and you're next to CEO, and also you need to responsible to the board, and you're running it. They say there are two types of CFO, right? I mean, usually nowadays, typical CFO, normal company, you just look after the finance, so reporting, and you do your day-to-day review finance, cash flow, treasury, you do that. But what different in my context is, and also the company allowed it, right? The culture of the company, because AirAsia Move specifically is a e-commerce company. Lazada and the tech-based company Mari. So we are purely with tech people and move things are move very fast. See, for myself, that I've been there, become more like a strategic CFO, where my operation, I just need to focus on key operation. There's also a lot of business decision need to make together. So in day-to-day basis, most of my time, 6 to 7 hours, will finish through, I would say 5 to 6 hours, just meetings and discussions. So day-to-day, 6 to 7 hours roughly meeting and discussions, and reply, and maybe 1 hour to replying emails for approvals and to take up some review some reports and all. That would take up my day-to-day job lah. But there's no 8 hours job for myself lah. That's the thing, right? It's very clear that there's a lot of sudden things will come up. I mean, like I was sharing to you just now, there's a Philippine issue. I think most of us are aware. When things have came up, we need to sit down at late nights to really discuss things out, and you need to be. I mean, even a lot of times, CEO depends on you to make a decision,
Okay.
because there's a lot of the CEO is mostly like on the marketing, business development. So the facts are with you. So you need to advise her board, even your group CEO and all that, based on yourself. So a lot of time is just not about. I'm rarely will do review, do documents and all, no more already. I even don't have access to my accounting system. My team will provide the summaries of reports, more the decision making meetings. That's our day-to-day job that we need.
Okay. Wow, sounds interesting. So நிறைய பேர் இங்க பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கவங்க வந்து you might have kids who are pursuing accounting, and of course you will have that vision to be a CFO or a finance leader one day. So kandipa from this conversation I can understand, there's no 8 to 5 or 9 to 6, even midnight or what. There's important decision you make. And of course Ramanathan சொன்ன மாதிரி you are second in line, or commander in chief மாதிரி in military. So you are the right hand for the CEO னு சொல்லலாம், right, for the key decision making, like what do you say. Okay, it's fantastic. So now at least we got a rough idea how's your day-to-day routine job like.
அதுக்காக வந்து the process is not. I mean, people think that just CFO, that I no need to go through all the details, right? But the 15 years effort that we put in when we want to grow from audit firm and all, so really we need to know the details. That
Right.
even a certain lot of extent, you see the numbers or see the report, you know where's the errors. So that you only can know when you went through the process. So when I audit panela, 3 வருஷத்துல panela, what I did, I spent a lot of times not only auditing what they asked to do, I will ask question why we are doing this, why we cannot do differently. ஏன் வந்து இப்படி vouch பண்ண சொல்றாங்க இதை, இது டாக்குமெண்ட் என்ன, இந்த பிசினஸ் என்ன பண்ணுது. So you go do spend a lot of time to know beyond that thing, right? See, and the development, when you come to the CFO level, you don't need to go to detail. You know where it's wrong. See, you saw numbers, you saw report, I know this is something wrong. Can even people send invoices, they get approval, we can detect. You need to be able to detect this invoice is wrong.
Okay.
Without the patterns, by the amount, right? This is the, but that come through a lot of hard work that the people need to put. Every work that you do, right, you must really go and learn about in detail.
True. The experience, the number of hours we put in, the effort and all that at the beginning of the career, it's crucial. All right, that's fantastic. So let's say, since you became a CFO, if I were to ask one achievement that you have made or achieved in your company, what would that be?
See, I mean, to be frank, AirAsia move is one of subsidiary of AirAsia, right? So when I went in December 2023, pandemic time, AirAsia funding கிடைக்கல. So people complain, never get refund, and I also complained before, right? But when we went in, I think the toughest part is the airline didn't get any government funding as compared to Singapore Airlines and Malaysia Airlines. We don't get single funding from anyone. So the owners already exhausted all the funds, and we have a lot of debt. So basically, we have owe a lot of vendors and all that. So when I went in, I think millions of vendors that we are owing, and a lot of them didn't pay. So people are behind your neck. People even message me in Facebook or in LinkedIn, your company owe me, can you pay? People get my phone number, they call me, that's this. See, what initially the first 6 months is to relook back the entire process, right? What I know, I sit with each vendor to negotiate payment plan. So I explain to them, I say, okay, let's take it for 24 months, 18 months, 16 months. So all the key vendors, we really go to them and understand. So that's a tough process because you went in, you need to know about each contract, right? So a lot of you need to learn. Then renegotiate back all the contracts. Relook back which need to cut, which no need to cut. Stop hiring on selective basis. So a lot of cost saving measure, this and all. By God willing, within like last year, we cut a lot of costs. We optimize costs, we optimize costs. So cash flow was better. Now all the vendors have become current. And also is another one is a free financing for us. When you negotiate plan for 2 million, 3 million, instead of paying cash or take loan, I go to them, I say pay for 24 months. If they say cannot, if they want to cut, I say there's no other option, right? You want to cut, you need to help me to grow to pay your business. See, each one you spend time to go to understand and put your case. So the negotiations came, that's it. And now we are kind of out of that. I would say my specific company, okay, but still there. Now we are going for fundraising to develop the business. So the fundraising stage now.
Okay, that's good. Actually, it's very interesting when you explain to us, how you actually negotiated with the vendors and all that when the company is in a tough financial situation. So the soft skill of negotiating, art of negotiating, and அந்த பேச்சு திறமை இருக்கணும். But generally நிறைய பேர் என்ன சொல்லுவாங்கன்னா, accountantனா or CFO means you just sit down and கணக்கு பார்க்கறது தான் வேலை. But now the way you explained was different.
It is in lot of specific, right? Compared to that, anything the CFO position is a key. While it's not only about accounts, I need to review contracts. So each contract is a tech-based contract, marketing-based contract. Every time is a new learning. Before you go to the contract, you need to really read about contracts. What is this contract about? What is service about? What people talk about? Cloud. How cloud contract be negotiated? What is your competitor rate? So you need to really understand each of them. The process is really important because and the company, everyone expects CFO know everything because you are the connecting point for all. So for your CEO, for your business, legal and all. So that is the important part. Not accounts, I would say now I'm only doing financial review about 10-20%. 80% my job will be business, pricing, talk about vendor negotiation, legal review,
Okay.
and that's the thing.
All right, right. That's good. So you need some kind of a compliance knowledge also there,
Correct.
reviewing contract and all that. Okay, okay,
Because I got internal audit background for
okay.
5.5 years in bank. That really helped me on the compliance part of it.
Okay, okay. Understand. That is very good. So obviously, that's one of the challenge you already face. Were there any other challenges that you face in your current role, and maybe you can tell us how you overcame that?
Okay, among the challenges that that you face is obviously lack. I mean, people need the growing business, right? With lack of funding is tough. I mean, current worlds are changed, right? That's first. So if it is that, I mean, e-commerce இன்னைக்கு இந்த வெப்சைட்ல வாங்கினா அடுத்த வெப்சைட்ல வாங்கணும். So each the funding negotiation is not very tough. Until now, we managed to get some, managed to get some. That's one of the key challenges. The main, I think, regardless there, I think the main challenge is people. So nowadays, I mean, very upfront, right? Especially with the younger one. My team is quite young. The company is quite young. We couldn't get a really a good, a valuable staff. Even though you pay them well and all, the mentality change as compared to last time. I mean, I will just be upfront, right? Younger people coming in, we can't get a proper. You need to tell them what to do,
Okay.
right? Which the things that technology growing, we don't want people that just do your job. I can have AI to do the job.
Mhm.
I frankly telling my team, I say, if you just giving what I asked for, I just need another 2 3 months to automate that, then I don't need you. I can save the money, right? If
Correct.
we are lack of people that coming in and giving you the information that you required for you to do decision making is really you're telling them. So it's a self initiative that very rare nowadays. I can upfront say it's very rare. It's not. I don't know. I'm talking to a lot of people.
Mhm.
People is the one of the core aspect. This they want higher pay. Yes, the concept now we are moving is we're very clear. It's not about cost saving or what. We want to pay people well. If you take the Netflix concept, right, if you go and read everyone, how they do it and how they were so successful as a online streaming is, they really emphasize on talent density. They want the good people. I pay you the best in the market. But next year you didn't perform,
Mhm.
you're out of the system. So they're doing that
Yeah.
kind of thing. I say, இப்போ வரவங்களாம் 9 to 6, 5
ஆமா.
மணிக்கு மேல மெசேஜ் பண்ண முடியாது. Then I have this much when you're on leave,
Mhm.
totally you're off. I understand there's a private space, right? But
Mhm.
also you need to understand the company is evolving.
Mhm.
Say we have that the people is a huge challenge for
Correct.
myself and in general.
Mhm. True, true. ஆமா, நீங்க சொல்ற மாதிரி இந்த commitment and the proactiveness and of course the work-life integration. So it's no more like 9 to 6 or 8 to 5. And whenever we need you, you need to be there just to give the inputs and stuff. Right? That's fantastic. So my next question is also
And
in
I
line
think
with
what another challenge and I just need to tell, I mean, as person, there's a lot of chances people approach you to illegal stuff as unethical
uh,
stuff as a CFO.
correct.
Contractor will call you, they say, let's go for dinner, then they start asking you indirectly, directly.
Hmm.
See, for me, I will try to avoid all that. Like, even I go meet some vendors, I will pay for myself.
Oh,
And
okay.
if really a formal dinner, we need to declare. So if any offering done, I will just immediately say no. But if it's that that the challenges you meet day to day basis,
Hmm.
almost like, I mean, vendors and somehow you're dealing with governments and all that, right? So you may
Correct.
felt challenge that. You say that you really need to put a principle there, like say no means no. Sometimes can affect your work. That, I
Correct.
mean, so far I never face it. But I'm
Hmm.
telling if it's a principally is wrong, you need to tell wrong, even if it's a board or whatever, you need to tell that. That is a challenge that huge we have faced.
Hmm. True, true. Yeah, actually, I can feel what you say because now I used to be in an American company. So the sensitive transactions along the way when you deal with the government officials
Uh,
or when you spend beyond certain limits and all that. And when they try to influence your decision, just because by spending you that amount. So yeah, you need to either report it or like what you say, you decline and you just pay for your own expense. Okay, understand on that. So ஆமா அந்த லெவல்ல இருக்கும்போது we will have challenge because we need to also maintain the business relationship. நம்ம திடீர்னு நம்ம டிக்ளைன் பண்ணிட்டா அதோட பிசினஸ் ரிலேஷன்ஷிப் போயிடும். ஸோ அதையே நம்ம பேலன்ஸ் பண்ணணும். லைக் ஸோ ஐ கேன் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் where you're coming from. True, true. Okay, so just in line with that, if there was a tough decision that you made, I know, throughout your career of a CFO, and maybe you can just share what was that and how you came to that decision.
Okay, tough decision as a CFO mean obviously letting go of people. So we closed down certain businesses, certain offices, which is affecting people's life. I mean, obviously, right? So when it is not we wanted to do. People think that we cut. I mean, outside people generally people say, "Oh, cutting people is a common way CFO make money, show profitability." But we actually make some decisions that important. Obviously, on financial reason as well, one aspect we look into it, but we also see on productivity, on compliance. Certain times, certain things, certain things not set up properly at that juncture, right? So we actually let go about. That is actually drive myself, and it's about 30 people in Vietnam. We closed down the entire company because the fundamental is that there is a lot of complaints about the staff, they're not turning up works and all. Ethically, we didn't set up the thing properly, and we don't see that growth in Vietnam for now, for that tech people sitting there. So we decided to close down the entire company. But obviously, when we do that, there's a lot of process we need to follow, right? Pay them compensation, apply to that, and all. So that is, but this is not I think a laying off. It's not something company want to intend to do, right? But how the things are changing.
Okay.
The things will come up. I mean, like now, say automation, right? I mean, initiate things are day to day. We automate, then we need to let go some of the people, or we need to repurpose the people to other things. So one a key decision that I made, like I said, closing down certain businesses, certain companies, lah. So that is the thing.
True, true. Yeah, I think laying off staff or staff on the company to வெளியாக்குறது வந்து it's a tough decision definitely.
Yeah.
And even 2 days ago, Petronas announced a 10% job cut.
Yeah. So even I was in Petronas in 2013, 2014. The talk at that time at Petronas, why people want to join Petronas, they say Petronas is the most safest company in Malaysia. They won't lay off. There's a national treasure. We got huge money and all that.
Right.
That how they Delhi come and announce. They say they're going to cut 5,000 people. They're not going to promote and all that. Say that will be that is the nature lah, because that's how automation coming in to take up things.
Correct. That's
And
right.
myself, I was telling my CEO, say, am I not relevant within the next 3 years?
Oh,
I mean, I'm just telling, right? Say, you need to upskill yourself, right? And we need to take up courses. Some or other is AI is come into our picture. So you need to talk about AIs, right? So how to automate things. How last time people do reconciliation 4 days, we are looking through to do it within 1 hour now.
Okay.
There's a process that we are taking. Then even myself, I need to upskill. That is the important parts.
True. If you don't, practice AI, then definitely you will become irrelevant. So அது ஒரு முக்கியமானது. So definitely. And so I think this is related to what you spoke just now. வெறும் accounting மட்டும் இருந்தா போதுமா to be CFO? Or do you think we also need some other knowledges?
என்னை கேட்ட accounting இல்லைனாலும் கூட CFO ஆகலாம்.
Oh.
I mean, obviously you cannot go as nothing know about numbers lah. I mean, I'm thinking you can see some of the organization, even in 1 or 2 organizations in the US, they take people that not really an accounting degree, being CFO. But if you have an accounting degree or accounting background, you'll be good. You can catch up things faster, right?
Yep.
But that's not necessarily. I will always say the mindset, you must have a proper mindset now. So proper mindset to really go and to see a bigger picture. So you need to see, right? For myself, I have accounting, I've done compliance. I don't know much about tax. So, so what I did, when I have tax issue, I have a strong tax aid, but I need to collaborate and give input to him, right? So you just need to have a bigger picture to learn and all. And the mindset is very important, lah, to open to learn
Okay.
more than other things. If you're not even an accountant, example, you're coming from banking background, you're coming from legal background, there are people that you can have learn and this, like for example, I never come from legal background, I need to go and learn all this. So now learning has become so easier. ஒரு
True.
சும்மா chat GPT ல தட்டணும்னா எல்லாமே வந்துருது.
Ama. That's
Learning
right.
becomes so easy that actually can open up this, but it's அதுலயும் நிறைய பேர் பண்ண மாட்டேங்கிறாங்க. அதான் அந்த மைண்ட் செட் இருக்கணும் to learn
Uh,
and all that. I think it's okay.
yeah.
I mean, obviously, if you want to be a CFO or C level, you need to start developing yourself. Like social soft skill is very important, right? Soft
True.
skill, like you say, negotiation skill. That's very crucial for C level. Any role, negotiation skill,
Okay.
soft skills. அதெல்லாம் அந்த skills you need to start developing from now itself. You want to go there and
Correct.
learning எல்லாமே அதெல்லாம் வந்து இப்ப இருந்து develop பண்ணா is good.
Okay. Okay. Understand. That's good. And like what you said, learning never ends. So you can still keep learning and keep upskilling yourself. Right. That's one. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, நீங்க அந்த கேள்வி கேட்கலாம். You can just unmute and ask question, or you can always put it on the chat box, and yeah, we get the speaker to answer that. All right. So maybe just on the other side, how do you maintain your work-life balance? Since you already say you are tied up with a lot of things.
I mean, this is very interesting. Work-life balance, you need to find your balance itself. I mean, that is, I mean, my staff will come and say, I mean, work-life balance. I say, I only can give you work. You need to find your life. I tell my staff like that.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, certain times, you have no, you need to spend more times. Like, for example, certain period, you just need to be, cannot be 8 hours, like I say, right? You need to spend more time. So I try to fix something you need to find some breaks in between. Let's say you work for 1 month, let's take off 2 days, 3 days, spend time with family. Weekends, where possible, try to spend time with your kids and all that. That is more on the family side. Personal side, I do my cycling over the weekend. But I'll start early, I mean, 5 a.m., 6 a.m., then finish by 10. Even weekday, if I get time, I do for small walk, small jogs, wherever I can, I fit in. But what this, I fix the time early morning. That is important. So the first 2 hours, people don't disturb you, right? But if sometimes mornings I got calls, do at late nights before you sleep and do something. So that's how I do my work-life balance. But there is
Okay.
no like kind of 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours. 8 மணி நேரம் தூங்கணும் 8 மணி நேரம் தான்
Uh-huh.
வேலை பார்க்கணும் அந்த மாதிரி sometimes you work like 1 hour only.
Okay.
Like certain times, right? It doesn't work a day at all. You go to trip, for example, you go to work trip, right? Thursday, Friday. Maybe Friday morning or meeting, after that nothing. So you go with something and all that.
Okay. Okay. I understand that. That's good. So it's how you integrate your work-life balance, and how flexible you are. That's something which I learned from your conversation. Okay. There's a question here. What do you say about switching companies before becoming a CFO? Because you were in many other companies, and so what was the advantage or disadvantage? I think he's talking more on the loyalty side.
It is okay. This is very common question people ask. Right? As I have been asked. So my first few years, I do change company about 2-3 times.
Okay.
All right, that because like for example, I did an audit firm. I finished my CA 3 years. Then I say I want to try other things. It's quite common. So I went to investment bank. It doesn't happen. I went to Petronas. It did really 1 and 2 years. Then like I jumped back to KPMG, do back audit. See, for me, jumping is not wrong, but you really, what lesson that I learned, don't keep it short. So like for example, right, what the mistake I did is like in Maybank, I just did for 8 months. say in Petronas, maybe I did about 1.5 years, right? So what I should do, I need to prolong that stay a bit, at least minimum, I would say about 3 years. 3 years is just a kind of numbers that you need to stay in a company to learn and to understand about the culture, understand about the business. So if 3 years is good, if the current company allow you to grow, stay. And it's
Okay.
a role that you wanted to do. Like for example, when I went to MBank, I like the role. It's giving a capacity for me to grow within 5.5 years. I got promoted 3 times. So the growth is there, learning is there. But after 5.5 years, it's an internal audit role, right? So I decided I got a call for AirAsia. Actually, I got a call for internal audit head for Capital A.
Okay.
Actually, I said, let's go do a different industry. I said, fine, I'll pay do banking. I just want to try. But during the interviews, I've been offered a CFO role. The role changed accordingly. And I said, okay, this is an opportunity for me to jump. So I think nothing wrong to change companies. Nowadays, I think there's no part of loyalty for both sides. Company not loyal to staff, staff not loyal to me. When I tell my staff you're not performing, actually you're out of the system. It's a very
Okay.
transparent conversation that we are having, right? Performance, company perform, you get the money. Company, you not perform, company not perform, then you out of the thing, right? Say there's no loyalty kind of thing, but I would say 3 years, 3 வருஷம் இருந்தா that's rise to for you to learn. This is enough time to, because first year is always about finding things out. Second year where you start learning. Third year we start improving what you from your what you learn, right? You do different processes and all. The 3 years is just nice. And this, but obviously there is no hard and fast rule on this lah. 3 years is just right. And jumping because of better opportunity or better pay, then you need to do a comparison. Sometimes also another company might offer you 500 ringgit extra. Do I need to jump? Think back whether this current company within 2 years will grow.
True.
But example I did myself, right? Let's say another company offer me a CFO role, give me another 20% extra. But if I think my current company opened my path to be a CEO within 3 years, then I have that pathway. So I should let go the 20% now to get a bigger one at another 3 years times. So and just you need to judge on based on that lah.
Okay. Okay. Understand. Yeah. People always say you're not fixed asset of the company.
Yes.
And you may like the company, but company may not like you. So, like what Ramanathan said, stay for 3 years, try to learn as much as you can. And when there's another company can offer you a better learning opportunity, why not? And yeah, loyalty is no more there. Not like our grandfather or father's time where people stay 20 years, 30 years in the same company. But இப்போ அதெல்லாம் இல்ல. Now youngsters every 2, 3 years they jump, right? So as long you learn, that's fine. Okay, so my next question here is what are your advice? Because இப்போ பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கவங்க வந்து either they are doing accounting or they might have kids who are doing accounting. So what are your advice for the professional who are eyeing for leadership in finance?
I mean, the whoever doing accounting, I think accounting is very good. Where I personally believe doing accounting or chartered accountancy is a very good program for you to have a good foundation, right, in learnings, right? If you, I mean, not necessarily being accountant to be accountant. I've seen accountant become chief marketing officer. I've seen accountant become CEO, right? Like Tony Fernandez itself an accountant. He's a CEO. He's a good marketer. Then I have my friend in Malaysia Airlines. She's an accountant, joined me in KPMG as an auditor, but she is chief marketing officer in Malaysia Airlines. So studying accounting not necessarily you end up in accounting. So that is important. Parents need to know, right? So accountant means accountant, auditor. Nowadays, not many people going big four.
True.
People graduated, they also go for normal company, chef, they start in different careers and all. So that is a important part that we need to know. Let's the kids want to do, let them do it, but let's what it is now, but there's a what if they want to be a C level or they must set the clear target what they want to be, right? I mean, if you want to grow, so the important part is parents need to start developing their soft skills. That's very crucial. Not necessarily you need to be score 4 flat I need to get all the pass in first attempts. What you need to do, let them active in other activities. So do them to other activities, enroll them in a lot of communications and a lot of other skills. That is very important for you to talk, right? So personally, myself, in uni, before I went to uni, right, I rarely speak a lot. I rarely can have a conversation. Then when I go to university 4 years, then I really went through a lot of activities. So I went to debates. I went to join leadership. So that gives expose that. So now that time, our parents don't have that capacity to send us to classes and all that, right? So அப்பயும் ரொம்ப exposure இல்லை. இப்போ வந்து most of the parents are affordable to send them. So start sending them to other classes. Don't just send them to maths class. In the tuition layer, I mean, even we are seeing when we take people personally, now பார்க்கல resume la, yeah, result is good, okay, we will call. But we also call people like in the mid-range, but their achievement are better. We have people that we are taking without degree.
Oh.
Okay. I have my C level, some people, they don't have degree at all. Okay. So they went through the experience part, but they can really articulate well, they really can speak well, they can really do work, they can do things and all. If it's a company like India, a fintech company, or even we are doing, to be an engineer, software engineer, you just need to, when going through some software programs, you do a project, you present it to us.
Okay.
The say, and the social classes is very, very important. So I think if even you can send them to some of the tech-based classes, some of the speaker, so in the speaking or the public speaking classes. So I think that's also like I'm planning for my kids as well. Right, once they have like 8, 9 years old, they better thing. Send that. The thought process is very important. So telling my wife, I say, அவங்க வந்து இப்போ இந்த கிளாஸ்ல ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வருது அந்த செகண்ட் வருது அதெல்லாம் வந்து அது வந்து இட் குட் கெட் மீன்ஸ் குட் லா பட் டோன்ட் ப்ரெஷர் them towards it but let expose them to other stuff of things so that actually make them survive and என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க the strict smart kind of thing right so if any problem how you want to react அதுதான் ரொம்ப இப்போ நிறைய பேர் என்ன ப்ராப்ளம்னா they try to link it back the theory நம்ம அந்த மாதிரி தேவையில்லை and there's a problem people need to react fast அந்த மாதிரி we need to train. You say parents need to start sending them, teach them, tell them properly, give them space on that role, sports, anything. When they go do all other stuff, they meet people, they talk, they know other part of things, right? அது ரொம்ப முக்கியம் அதனால that prepare you to serve to be a C level because I don't have tax, but hire the best tax person there to do work for me. Right, like that's how it works lah. And the
true, that's right. அந்த பேலன்ஸ் equation இருக்கணும் just not studies and not book smart but also street smart and the survivability அது important. Yeah, that's crucial there. And yeah, like, I agree with what you say, just not the results alone, not the exam results, but also all on the soft skill leadership and all that. That's important. Okay, so my other question is this is just based on my experience, நம்ம எப்போ ஜூனியரா ஜாயின் பண்ணும்போது there'll be people senior to us and usually வயசுலயே மூத்தவங்களா இருப்பாங்க but now since you are at the C level I'm sure you have someone below you who are actually older to you in age. So how do you deal on that situation when you are young in age but you are hierarchically you are higher?
Yeah, that's அது வந்து உண்மையில நிறைய பேர் வந்து I would say balance. There's 50% younger than me, maybe 60% younger than me because it's a very young company, but 40% is above me, right?
Okay.
என்னன்னா என்ன நம்ம இது பண்ணாலும் you need to respect them lah. So nothing can beat experience. If they have 20 years they're working there, they have advantage over you. That you need to be very clear. Even the person is I would say if a clerk na, he might working there 20-25 years. You must respect them, give them the proper respect because they know a lot of things as compared to you. So that is the first mindset when you want to deal with that. So I always clear when I went in, whoever, because the first advice last time I got it from my senior, they said, Rama, you can be street smart, you can be super smart, you can be whatever, but nothing can beat experience. So that is must remember. Say நம்ம 20 வருஷம் அனுபவம் இருந்துச்சுன்னா அந்த அனுபவத்துல உள்ளவங்களை நம்ம எப்படி நம்ம ரெஸ்பெக்ட் பண்றது ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். So that when I have that kind of people, you start respecting them, and the way you approach all of them, not like your staff kind of thing, you just approach them as a peer, even though they report to you, right? So get their views, get their experience, then you explain why you want to do certain things. Yeah, there's a lot of people can, when you start doing like that, they can see they don't see your age, but they see your wisdom, they see your thought process, they see your respect them. The among the thing, right? Most people you need to be a friend and respect is the secretary of your CEO, secretary of this. Because these people been there for 20, 25 years, they know how to deal with. Like for example, you know about my big boss is Tony Fernandez, right? As the best person is to be the people around him, you need to really respect and know, so they will help you to understand him better. That's why I think you need to treat everyone with respect. That should be okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's another good advice actually. Treat people with respect. You know, உங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சது அவங்களுக்கு தெரியாம இருக்கலாம், and அவங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சது உங்களுக்கு தெரியாம இருக்கலாம். So there's always the balance there.
தெரியலன்னு சொல்லிட்டு I'm not sure about this. Can you explain more? Nothing harm yourself down to tell you don't know about this. See, I will always tell if someone come and explain to me, can you spend more time on this because I'm not understand of this. So I will go very detailed. That's one thing that always I want to do decision in things I don't know. I go to until the detail. So if you go and read some of the thought process, devils in details, right? So you need to go in the detail to understand. So I don't know. I'm really not sure about this. Can you explain? It's okay. They won't see you CFO, don't know, but they are like really seeing yourself to learn. It's okay. People judge you, but nothing harm to learn from there.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's good. All right. So audience, you have any other questions, you can always put it on the chat box, or you can unmute yourself and ask our speaker today. Right. We have a lot of goodies to bring back today, based on his conversation. Right. Looks like there's a silence there. Okay. And the speakers சொன்ன மாதிரி, you need to, first of all, you have to also respect, although you are higher on hierarchical, but you must respect the staff. That is important based on the experience and all that. And learn how to manage people. That's also crucial there. Okay. So looks like we are coming towards the end of a segment. So Rama, any final words from you?
I mean, nothing. I mean, there's a few people. I mean, a lot of people watching this, or you're gonna watch later, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you let's fix what you want, right? I mean, let's dream big. I mean, since I small, I mean, when I started work, I say, okay, I want to be CFO. See, then I prepare myself towards that. See, sometimes things might happen fast. Things might not happen very fast. There are people become CFO at the age of 32, 33. The people become CFO at the age of 48, 49. I mean, my case a bit earlier. Some of you might not be that soon, right? So keep trying. You at one day you'll be there. We've seen like certain CFO at the age of 50. They are more successful than the CFO at the age of 37, 38. So I think if you fix your dream, work towards that. Then comment, comment கொடுத்தாலும் all take it as a learning process. I mean, you're not perfect. Even I now, first thing that I learned, last time we tend to be very defensive. Say, what I learned from my big boss is don't be defensive. First, take the comment in first.
Okay.
And rectified it. அந்த இது ரொம்ப முக்கியம். நம்ம ஏதாவது சொன்னோம்னா நம்ம இஸ் ஹியூமன் நேச்சர், என்ன தப்பு சொன்னாலும் முதல்ல வந்து டிஃபெண்ட் தான் பண்ணுவோம். இது இல்ல even they say wrong, take it, then you put back, okay, this is எந்த மாதிரி, especially in a company perspective, don't be defensive, listen. No, because now we are customer facing, like every single customer comment is important. Even I go and check customer complaint. If I saw someone report by AirAsia, I take it, then I go and check, I respond back. Why? That's ரொம்ப crucial. So including yourself, if you want to be someone, not CFO, anything, work towards it. And also you need a lot of mentors. That's very important in your life.
Okay.
Don't think that you can do alone. I have a lot of mentors along the line. When you always see there is a lot of downs, that you bounce back to your mentor. Say, I always sometimes stuck somewhere. I will call my mentor, get some advice, or what I should do, why not I should do like this. So that's very important. So find your mentor as a guidance, share. Sometimes certain things you not all you can share with your family members. You need someone that outside the family members to really to share about work, to give you feedback.
Yep.
Please
Right.
get some mentors in your life. That's a very crucial. I have few people that I'm very grateful where I'm here.
Okay, okay, that's good. Yeah, that's a good points to take back. First of all, don't be defensive. Absorb the comments and stuff. Then before you reacting towards it, and of course, keep learning. That's one crucial thing. And having mentors. Yeah, கண்டிப்பா நம்மளுக்கு ஒரு வழிகாட்டி இருக்கணும். That's important for that. And of course, the important part is you keep a target. அந்த இலக்க வச்சுட்டு then you just go towards that. That's fantastic. All
Maybe
right.
we should start back if possible, right? Some of the thing I think if anyone from committee members or what, maybe they need to looking to develop some sort of forum for youngsters really to how to become a leaders lah. They should come back. Maybe our committee need to be MTA or what anyone can collaboratively we can establish something that to train some young people. I mean, obviously what I learned, I'm very happy to see another 5 people from even another 5 people from my side, even Chettiar or non-Chettiar, anyone to be successful. So that's important because we don't have that much. I have some people outside, but we want there's some people under the manna and we can consider that.
Yeah, yeah, that's I agree. And the leadership development இருந்துகிட்டே இருக்கணும். And we should keep churning more leaders, I would say, especially our community. All right, that's good. Okay, so looks like we are coming towards the end of the segment. So thank you very much, Ramanathan, for all your valuable inputs. So நிறைய கத்துக்கிட்டோம் இன்னைக்கு for the past 40-45 minutes. It was valuable input. So maybe who knows in future we may have another session on another topic. So I'm just wishing you all the best and thank you very much for your time.
Thank
Right.
you, thank you, Meyya.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. So thank you, everyone. I shall see you in my next segment, which is next month. So if you have any other suggestions, do let me know. Any other speakers, I can reach out to them. So with that, have a good weekend, the rest of the weekend. Thank you very much.
Yeah.